Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to our Q&A training for tonight. And hopefully you can hear me. Turn on the chat and just make sure that you can hear me. And make sure the chat is turned on. Okay, so chat is now turned on. I think that not sure if the Q&A is or not. I don't really do a lot with the Q&A. I know some people will type in there, but either way, I can pretty much see you. Thank you, Dana. Appreciate that. And so let's go ahead and get started. So I had a funeral today, so I didn't prepare much. I'll take your questions. I'm going to go through a few things in terms of some plans that I have. But if you have questions that you'd like me to take a shot at, please write them in the chat box, and then I will go ahead and answer. So let's talk about 2024 briefly, and while you write in your questions. And I'm going to talk primarily from the position of what we're doing from the Ultimate Insider training. So what we primarily do is I train on Wednesday nights, and then that's typically for the insiders. It's free to them. Since I will be doing several different series throughout 2024, I will make that available to the public. And so it'll be maybe 4 or 5 weeks at a time. I just completed PLR Boss Live, and that was how you can no, Dana, I just walked in, so if you can paste it in, I appreciate it. um if you want to paste it directly to me, or if you want to paste it to everybody, that's fine. Yeah, I literally just walked in the door, so I may have missed your question. um okay, so again, uh let me kind of take it see. Okay, so there are two tracks primarily that we're looking at. If you want to build an audience inside the MMO market, or you want to build an audience outside MMO market. So that's primarily if you want to either one of those. I'll be kind of working with you this calendar year if you're an Ultimate Insider, and if you're not, then again, those courses will still typically be available. I think the last time for PLR Boss Live, those 7 sessions, I priced them to start at $97. Those are about to go up to 197 because I'm providing launch support. But again, you can be part of those at no charge if you're an Ultimate Insider, just so you'll know. Um, I will be doing a series of PLR courses called the Expertise Monetization Playbook. I just released volume 1 here. I'm going to be doing volume 2 again in December. And the idea behind that series is I'm going to be going through how your customer can monetize their expertise using System.io. I'm going to go through every crack and crevice of that platform, and by the time it's over. So I don't know how many courses that's going to be. My desire is just to complete it and to make it easy for you to be able to sell it. And so I think it's a great opportunity for you to monetize as an affiliate. And so that's really one of the ways that I'm going to be doing that course. And that's the way that you should use it. And the question I often get is, well, should I change my platform, System.io? I do not think you should change your platform. I do think that right now, at this moment, is the platform you should be teaching, and you should be getting the affiliate commissions when your customer signs up. And so if you put them through Expertise Monetization Playbook, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to go and get the platform, and you want to make sure you want to have your affiliate link there and ready. If they continue to use the platform beyond beyond 5 courses, and they're going to have to, then they're going to have to come to you to get the link, and then you'll end up getting the recurring commission from that. So that's one series I'm starting this month. Another series is called Video Academy Boss. That's going to be releasing on Tuesday. And this is where I'm going to be doing exactly what I'm doing with System, except I'm going to be going through the Go High Level systems. I'm going to go through every crack and crevice of that platform finally. And the easiest way for me to force myself to do that is going to be to sell the course. So there's going to be a course series. I have no idea how long the series is going to go. It's going to be several different courses. And I'm just going to kind of keep doing them until I'm done and satisfied that I've covered enough of the platform for information marketers. So I'm not going to be covering that. I'm not going to be looking at it from the position that you need to get your customer to build their small business. A lot of the people, since Ultimate Insiders, you get a a sub account as part of your membership. Obviously, I'm not going to sell that course to you. I'm going to make it available to you if you want to watch and learn it. However, if you do want to sell it, you're going to be able to buy the course at your insider discount rate, right? So that's when we'll do that. But I'm going to cover every aspect of that platform. And again, the way for me to incentivize myself to do it is to do a series of video courses. And I'm going to be releasing those courses as time goes on. I'm not really sure that's going to be a hot seller outside of the make money online space. I have no idea how that's going to do. But again, I've been wanting to do this for the Ultimate Insiders to make sure that I cover everything that it takes for you to use the platform. Because actually, to kind of answer one question is how would I do it in terms of platforms? If I were getting that platform, I would use that platform, and then I would teach and sell the system platform, right? So if I was asked, right, what should you do? That is what I think you should do, especially if you're an Ultimate Insider. If you're not an Ultimate Insider, I still think that you should be selling Expertise Monetization Playbook and System as an affiliate so you can get that recurring commission. Um, I'm going to be doing a new marketer workshop series. That's going to be a series of tutorial videos. I started that last year. I'd hope to finish that by the end of the year. That's going to line up with the 52-week session that I did. Like it's going to go line up with a live session. And so the idea is to do um, the over-the-shoulder version of the 52-week session, right? So that's really what that is. I'm probably going to have to go back and rethink some of those courses. I kind of got caught up into AI, so it's probably going to be longer than I originally want that course to be, like 365 videos. I think it's going to be longer than that because what I really want to do is to match up with the 52-week live session. So that's really what that series is going to be about. And for insiders, right, on Wednesday nights, right, that's our private training. It may change from time to time, but I'll just call it our midweek training. This is private to Ultimate Insiders, not our Saturday. I'm going to end 2023. So I just finished how to launch a PLR product. And I ended that series talking about licensing. And I think this is important because I know a lot of people, they would love to launch a content product where you sell content to other people, but maybe you don't want to launch inside the make money online space. If you're an Ultimate Insider, you need to listen to session 7 because I talk about licensing. And licensing is, how else can I put it? It's a highbrow, it's a highbrow version of PLR. So basically, you'd be licensing your content to um, other entities outside the make money online space. So you're not licensing to solopreneurs like we do. You'd be licensing this content to, sometimes corporations, sometimes foundations. I know one person does K-12 administrators, so she is relicensing some of our content. She's licensing her own content for them. And so licensing is what I covered in session 7. Excuse me, a PLR Boss Live. Hopefully, if you're an insider, you have it. If you're not an Ultimate Insider, you can still get it. Again, like I said, that price is going up to 197 from 97. Um, so I'm going to end this calendar year. Now that I've finished PLR Boss Live, I'm going to do affiliate marketing. The reason I'm going to do affiliate marketing is primarily for Ultimate Insiders to be able to have a foundation to promote the insider program, right? But you can use the training however you want, right? So that's really the idea behind it. Again, now I'm going to make that same training about affiliate marketing available to everybody. And basically, in these Wednesday night trainings, what I'm now doing is something I haven't done since I've been involved. I'm really talking about what I do, right? So I'm talking about these things from my own perspective, and I'm going to talk about affiliate marketing. And I don't want to say, get dramatic and say I'm revealing secrets, but I am going to talk about my approach. I'm going to talk about how I choose the offers, how to promote them, how to build an email list. And one of the things I think you probably have heard is that everything's changing in terms of how Gmail is going to process, um, internet marketers, right? So anybody that sends email, if you have a complaint rate that's above a certain amount, they're just gonna block you, right? And so you really want to kind of do things differently. I think I'm in a pretty good position in terms of what I've been doing for the past 3 years. And so I'm going to talk about my approach to that. I think that you'll benefit from that if you're an Ultimate Insider. Again, I'm going to make that training available to the public if you're not yet an Ultimate Insider. I think that the price is going to be 97. Again, just like I did PLR Boss Live. And that'll be probably next week or so. I will make that available to you. And then as soon as we finish affiliate marketing, right? As soon as we finish it, then I'm going to be talking about implementing the 52-week plan, right? So we're gonna go straight into implementation of the 52-week marketing plan. That again, I sold PLR to. Most of you who are watching this call, you probably have that. It's really right now in a position where you can teach it, you could sell it, but in terms of actually implementing it, which was my original goal with by doing that 52 weeks, was for you to implement it. And again, some of that has to do with probably I probably at some point I stopped really kind of focusing on implementation of everybody who was in the course and really focused on teaching. So I want to go back through that session and I want to focus with our Ultimate Insiders. And again, the goal of that is if you want to build a brand, but you don't want to build it in the make money online plus world, there are ways to do that. And a lot of people are not necessarily wanting to go the direct response route, right? So direct response is the classic, you know, method in which everything that we're doing in information marketing right now is built on the foundation of direct response. So everything we're doing, and I'd say that probably the godfather is, Dan Kennedy, who I revere and listen to. Um, but I don't necessarily see that everybody needs to do that way. And if you are more of a let's say of a trainer, you don't necessarily want to build on emotion. And you don't necessarily want to build on, let's say, celebrity, right? Then you're going to be able to kind of go through this. And a lot of the people who ends up being ultimate insiders, you don't necessarily want to be a celebrity. You want to kind of be that person who's a reliable source of information, and that's really what we're doing in that session. So you could go through 8 weeks of it, and you could already be building a brand. You may not need to do anything else, right? But all 52 weeks, if they're implemented right, by the time it's over with, you'll have a pretty solid brand if you're following it and you actually do it. So that's really the idea behind that. I recently I sold an Inside Expertise Monetization Playbook, and I think I gave this to Ultimate Insiders. I'm pretty sure I did. Um, this is a private training, right? And basically, I don't, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I did not give you all this, but but this is really setting up your PLR with system. So again, this is eventually going to be resale rights. I'm going to go through the entire PLR setup process using system, right? And I'm going to focus on our PLR, obviously, right? Our sales pages. So I'm going to show you how to use our sales pages inside the system. And again, this is an eye, so you'll be able to sell it. So if you're wondering how you're going to be able to do this, let's say in the Go High Level sub account, I'm going to cover that inside of Video Academy Boss, just so you know. So I've got everything covered. So I think I've got everything covered. That's what we're going to be doing for 2024. And so let me get to the questions. Let me get to the questions. Questions. Okay. Okay, so let's see. What's the best or preferred way to deliver an info product and bonuses to people who have agreed to review the package for a possible endorsement? Zip them up. Um, how best to deliver or where to put for a download or post in a separate file for downloading? Okay, this is a great question, actually. And it really depends on who the person is. And now been a little easier for me doing video, Dana, because what I have done recently is I have placed those videos inside of, let's say, Searchy, and I've given people a link to the entire course in Searchy, and they can watch it. Now, um, I'm trying to figure out now one way you could do this. Um, you could do you could do a flip book, right? You could give people you could put your content because your content's written. Now, if you know the people, if you know the people, you could be comfortable with them that you're giving it to them and just give them a Dropbox link. Another way to do it could be like if you want to kind of protect your IP, you want to protect your intellectual property, you want to protect the use of your content. Now, nothing's going to be 100% um, foolproof, but what you could do is put it inside of a flip book. You could put that flip book. I think you do something like flip HTML, flip HTML5.com, and you could put that on a site. You could give you could give people a link to that site, and you could password protect it if you want to go further. That's one way to do it. Um, I guess if you did something like a PDF, somebody could really take that PDF. They could turn it back to Word. Now, I guess now if the focus of your question is not necessarily protecting your IP, then something easy like Dropbox and make the link very specific because you're not gonna do a lot of these, right? So it's not gonna be like a bunch of people. So if you have to create each link privately inside a Dropbox and make the link expire, you could do it that way, right? And so again, I would say do individual like expiring links inside Dropbox if that's what you use. I don't think you can do that inside of I don't think you can do that inside of Google Drive. So I'm not sure you can do it that way. So if you can do it that way, I think that's another way to do it. Um and or post where in separate files for downloading. Is there a most you see there's not a usually done method for written content. There's not even usually done method for video content. Like I said, recently, I've really uh, done, um, I've really done Searchy, a Searchy course. Put the course in Searchy. It's very interesting to me because I'll tell you this. I will not name names, but um, there've been at least one affiliate who said, "Well, well, Charles, I'd like a, kind of a well-established affiliate. Well, Charles, I want a view copy." So I gave it to him in searching. I said, "Well, I think I should have a review copy. I think I've been doing this long enough." I said, "That is a review copy, right? That's for you to review that's for you to review the video course." And that person has not promoted for me since, right? The person is not, you know. So I don't know. Was that, were they insulted by that? They could be, but you've got a very good reputation among people in our industry in our circle. I can't believe that anybody who you'd be asking as an affiliate would be offended. So I'm pretty sure you're asking people that we probably both know, and I don't think they're going to be offended if you give it to them and however you give it to them, right? So essentially, once you start the launch system, the launch process, I wouldn't say you're going to be stuck, but what you start out where you're going. So if you're always going to be, let's say, delivering in a flip book, right? Then that's just going to be uh, Dana's method, right? That's just going to be her method. And so, you know, uh, somebody said, well, that's weird, but that's just her, right? And it's not going to stop anybody who really understands you and understands the product and has a good audience. It's not going to stop them from promoting. So that's my answer. That's my answer without seeing everything. So let me kind of scroll back through here. Let me see. Okay, so let's see. The system series on San 2, that's going to be at 9 on Tuesdays. And then Video Academy Boss um, is they're going to be they're not going to be it's going to be live training. Going to be step by step videos. So I may do a DFY live masterclass, but they're going to be step by step videos. So I'm going to like go through and just kind of outline each process. Right? That's a good question. Um, okay, Dr. Reed says high level offers 40% commission too. Yep, I'm aware of that. Yeah, and so um, a person could take our videos, and they could, right? They could, let's say, train their people in an agency, right? So that'd be another way to do it, right? No, that's a good point. Um, okay, so Dana's saying you're talking about the mechanical aspects to make it easy for them. Um, could you put it on your website page and password protected for a time period? You could do that, right? Um, anything like that, anything like that, where um, you just put it on, and just as long as I think just by communicating with a password, that this is not to be just kind of tossed around, right? Like I said, excuse me, I know the people you're going to be talking to, and most of the people you're going to be talking to, they're not going to care, right? So you could give it to them in the Dropbox, but I will say this: if you're going to be sharing it with somebody that you don't that you're not quite certain about their intentions, you may not want them to promote anyway. Right? So, there's that also. Uh so yeah. No, it's so yes, I think you could do I think you do it that way, Dana. Yep. Yeah, so and Dana and Dr. Reed's saying you could put the content on the high level on your sub account, and you can revoke the membership when that person would be finished. That's true. Yep. Very, very good. Very good. Um yeah, so you could give it to them with a personal use, right? Notice. Um like I said, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about there are only a few people that you'd even have to worry about that with, right? The affiliates that I know. You're not going to have to worry about me. You're not going to have to worry about some of the people that we've talked about. Um, most of the people you're going to be talking to, I don't think that they're going to do that with your content. Right now, you will have other affiliates that are not so that you may have some questions about. Those are going to be the people, and so I would even say that I mean you want to be consistent. So yes, you want to issue it with a personal use um, message for everybody. But I don't think you're going to have to worry about that. But from a few people. Um, okay, and so the yeah, so Tuesdays at 9 is this the system setup training. That's right. Yes, yes, that's right. No, Dana, there's no standard, and if again. if you're going to be doing multiple launches, this is going to be the standard you set. And here's the other thing. You don't have to give a review copy, right? Don't feel like not everybody is even going to ask, right? Not everybody is even going to ask. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to give one, right? I do it on demand. I do it if somebody asks me. And right now, my relationships with affiliates are kind of long standing. Only now only have a few new affiliates every so often. And so when those affiliates come and they ask me, then yes, I will maybe. And if I do, I'll give it to them in searching. But I don't offer it right now. You might feel like, well, when you're first getting started, you might feel like you got to offer it. But uh, I I just don't. I will give it to somebody if they ask me. And here's Gail, right? Gail says that she has never had anybody ask, um, but who she'll give it to somebody who would ask, right? Yeah, yeah. So I guess if you're talking about beta testing, um, most of the people that'll be concerned, and Dana, and in fact, Gail's an ultimate insider. You should be talking to Gail too, just so you'll know. So Gail's got a list, and they might be interested in what you got. So definitely reach out to Gail. Gail's here, so make sure you talk to Gail. And I don't know who else is here. Who else is here tonight? There are a few other people who are here that would probably be interested in promoting your product. So, but I will do an intro for you, regardless, for all of our Ultimate Insiders. Um, yeah, yeah, definitely Gail. Okay, so uh, time. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I'm toying around Santu with 7 or 9, and uh, so it could be it could be 7, it could be 9. I'm thinking 9 right now, mainly because it gives me a little more latitude schedule wise. Okay, 9 is 2 in the morning. I understand. I understand that. I'm sorry. Uh, so yeah, so I know that our Wednesday nights is 7, right? That's a standing unless something happens. Um, Tuesday I may do 9. I haven't yet fully decided. I'm saying 9 at this point. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you, Santu. It's a tricky thing. Now, they used to call what they used to call 8 o'clock, webinar o'clock or something like that. But yeah, who knows? All right, any other questions? Any other questions? Well, let's see. It's 7:31, and I'm actually done, right? So you know, uh, let's see. Let's see. Cynthia, am I familiar with the add-ons for Eventbrite? Vaguely. Um, I think with Eventbrite, you got to test that to see if it's worth the price. It's not expensive, but if you can track to see if that's going to bring you customers that you don't get otherwise, um, and the only way it's going to be worth it is if customers can discover you there, because there's nothing in particular about the ticketing mechanism in Eventbrite that you can't do elsewhere. So, so I would say that with the Eventbrite, I'm not familiar with the particular um, add-ons, but I would say there um, that in terms of just getting somebody to the point where they can buy something, then well, what's an alternative to Eventbrite? Well, um, as I said, if Eventbrite's not helping people to discover you, right? Then um, then it may be of limited value because all you really then need is a shopping cart. Because if people are going to find you and then they've got to come to a page and then buy something, then you're going to want to then uh, uh, you kind of want to bring them in and have them buy something, right? Um, I I've got a it's I'm still kind of wonky, and this is kind of an echo, but so if you can type it in, that's going to work a lot better for me, just because of my environment here. I've got a real echo going on here. Um, okay, when you sell a product with the GHL sub account, does that make it automatically register them and send a password email to the customer? It's supposed to, yes. Um, or do you have to create that for each sale? I would create it. I would still create it for each sale, but what should happen is your customer should get a login and password. That's what should happen. Now, you're going to want to make sure to set up an email provider in that email section in order for that to happen. Now, I have my default there, but if you don't put your own there and code it with your own domain, it may not get delivered, and it's going to get delivered with my domain. So you want to make sure to put something like a SendGrid there or Mailgun. You want to put that in there so that it'll send that message. But that is what is supposed to happen when a person registered for that account, registered for that course. Then the system should send them a login and password. That's right. You're welcome. Okay, so okay, TM, who is that? Who is TM? If you don't mind, I can't. Okay, Tom. Tom. Okay, okay. Thank you, Tom. Okay, so if you send them to Eventbrite with a link, is that dumb? I don't think that's a dumb thing. Um, I guess the question is going to okay. I would be counting on Eventbrite to promote for you to acquire new clients. Huh. See, I don't know if Eventbrite helps people to discover you because if you've got to do all the work of marketing and you've got to get people to discover you, um, so if you pay them, they'll help you people to discover you. Are those people local? Or those people not okay? Yes. Um, if you have a free trial and you are ready to rock, so in other words, um, I would say when you're ready with an event and you get on there and you test as many of them as you can, you see if it brings you new people. I don't think it's these days everybody has different platforms anyway. So there is no one platform and nobody's expecting a link from any particular platform. They're used to things like GoToWebinar and Zoom, but if people are interested in the event, they don't care what they have to do to kind of get there unless they feel like it's going to be intrusive. I don't think Eventbrite's going to be that. So I think that if you test it like solid for wherever the trial is, if it's 14 days, 30 days, I think you get in and you run as many events through there as you can. And what you see is whether or not those it brings you new customers. Um, if you start to get a few new and it covers the cost of Eventbrite, then take it another month and keep doing it. And then you do it until you have what you feel like is enough data. Let me not use that term. When you feel like you have enough of a body of work that you can say, hey, you know what? Eventbrite brings me new customers. I'll keep using it. And the watermark is going to be that the new customers that it brings you, they buy something to the point where it covers the cost of it. Because if you are the one doing all of the legwork and the marketing, and they don't bring you anybody new that buys things, then I would say you can 86 it. Right. Yeah. So the first 14 days, but don't start it. Don't start it until you're ready. So like when you hit the 14 day, like boom, boom, and then you just kind of go at it, and literally you're counting, right? And at that point, I would say you're not doing any marketing with anything else. So don't then turn off the other stuff. And then you can just kind of see, well, if you got new customers, they came through Eventbrite, you got a pretty good idea. Or you can do something like ask them, how'd you find out about me? Right? Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right. Any other questions? Okay, any other questions? My coffee. Ugh. Uh, for those of you who are here, how many of you all heard the last of session 7 when I talked about licensing? I'm curious as to how many people would are kind of interested in what was discussed. Okay, Danny, you were there. Good. Okay. Okay, Santu, you're interested in licensing. Okay, good. I figured you would be too. Um, okay, so the idea of using Eventbrite is so that they will see the add-ons of digital products that I'm selling. If they register my event, is there another way around this so I'm not paying all their fees? Um, yeah, see, Eventbrite's trying to monetize, right? So they, I don't even know how they make money, to be honest. I mean, they make money on the back end from tickets, and most people use it as a free platform. So I still don't know how they're making money and if they're making money. So that being said, I don't think they're gonna give away anything. Uh, so so I think that they've got to make money. They've been around for a long time, and so if you're talking about getting around the fees and using the platform, they're gonna make it hard to do that. And so again, the only thing that they could really do that you cannot do is if people discover you. Okay, they've changed things. If you sell more than 25 tickets, you have to pay now. Yeah, I mean, so it makes sense, right? So yeah, they've got to charge, right? And I'm not mad at them, right? You're pretty sure you're not mad at them. So I mean, I mean, a ticket is just a purchase, right? All the ticket is a purchase. So you can set it up using anything you want. You can set it up as long as it's a buy button on your website. If they're discovering you, if people are discovering you from some ways other area, then it doesn't matter, right? Only thing that they're only thing that they're good for, if they're good for you, is that they bring you new customers. If they don't help people to discover you, the mechanisms don't add anything to you uh, if you got to pay them for it. Because every platform you use, they're going to give you the opportunity to use it free, and you pay them on the back end when you actually sell something. For example, um, Warrior Plus has fees. It's free to use, right? You can sell your product, you pay on the back end. I think who's I think Sharon's here. She knows PayHip, right? That's pretty much probably the way PayHip works. You can sell as much as you want. You pay on the back end. Gumroad's that way, right? Um, you sell on the front end, you pay on the back. So all of them is going to work that way. So Warrior Plus fees are 5% unless you sell a lot. So the more you sell, they give you more of a break, right? And they're all going to work like that too. So if you sell more stuff, they'll give you a break, a price break. Um, Gumroad, same thing. So it's gonna be the platform's gonna give you the opportunity to use them, and then they're going to make you pay when you make a sale, and they're going to charge you a fee, and then the more you commit to their platform, the more leeway they're going to give. So they're going to cut the fees a little bit. Now, here's why I will say Warrior Plus, people will complain about the fee. You know why people keep paying it? And I think I said this a while back. I think I said this in the training. People pay the Warrior Plus fee because the affiliates trust the buy button. That's the only reason why people don't stand up on top of their table and desk and revolt, because of the affiliates promote readily, because the affiliates can go to Warrior Plus reliably. They can look at how much money they made, right? They can see it. They can see it right on the platform, and they got a pretty good. They know they're going to get it. It's going to come to their account. That's why that fee is worth it. Now, if you start comparing fees, the question is going to be, do the affiliates trust the buy button? Because if the affiliates trust the buy button, if the affiliates trust the process, and they're going to use it in order to promote you, it's worth it. Now, again, I'm not saying everybody got to run the Warrior Plus. I am saying that for Make Money Online affiliates, they trust it. Now, if you're going to work outside the Make Money Online space, then you got to find a buy button. A lot of people get people Thrive Card, right? A lot of people use Thrive Card that way. They get people. A lot of people use Thrive Card, and they get the affiliates to trust it. Yeah, and so Gail brings up another point. You get a lot of exposure when you do a launch, right? Some affiliates just to trip over you and find you, right? They may not be able to find you otherwise. Now, again, that's for this market. That's for our audience. If you're talking about being outside of your audience, you're trying to get other people, um, they're going to come over to Warrior Plus and get freaked out, right? So you just can't bring everybody over here. But for the most part, if they're in the business opportunity mindset, then you can bring them over to Warrior Plus and just kind of use their system. Um, is there a way to see who purchased? Yes, yeah, you see who purchased for something they bought through your affiliate link. Um, Not really. So in other words, um, uh, what you could do. So if somebody buys something through your Warrior Plus affiliate link, can you see who that person is? Warrior Plus, no. JVZoo, yes. Right. Okay. So if you make a sale, yeah, you can't see the person who bought. Right. What you can do now, I've not tested this, and that's funny. I was just thinking about this on the drive back home. Is they do have a place for a webhook. I'm not sure what that webhook is for. I'm going to test that to see um, what that webhook does, because you could use that webhook. I don't think that'll give you that information, but that webhook does go someplace. I'm not sure what it does, but it does do something. Um, Mike, I don't know if you all know Mike Lance personally. I don't know him personally, um, but he's got a real issue with that. So he does not believe that um, it's the vendor's business um, who buys through an affiliate link. So he that's just a that's a now. Um, So that affiliate knows. The affiliate knows who buys your affiliate link. That's a real issue with him. People have been raising that issue with Mike Lance for a long time. He has a moral issue with that. So so it's all good. And so that's just the way it's been with Warrior Plus. Um, Let me see. Is there a way to see? Yeah. So basically, if somebody buys through your affiliate link, um, then you will not see who that buyer is. One way that you could do it, um, and one way you could do it is you set up your bonus. You set up your bonus so that people have to sign up to get it. So in other words, let's say that you're promoting a product as an affiliate, and you say, I'm going to give you X bonus, right? So you're going to give X bonus if they buy through your affiliate link. Now, in order to get the bonus, you could make it so that a person who has to get that bonus, they've gotta they've gotta sign up through your sales system. So you get the free link to your sales system, but then you'll be able to see who bought it, right? Because the person who wants the bonus, they they're going to sign up to get it through your sales system. So you set up your bonus and you set up the link so that yeah. Yeah, so Sharon said Kevin does that. Yeah, that we do that most of the time. Um so when we deliver a bonus, for example, like if you get Jones copywriting thing from us, you're going to see that in the bonus area, you go to the sales system. So I'll be able to see who bought it, and I'll be able to see who collects on the bonus because they got to sign up through the sales system, right? Um, right. So you can use whichever sales system you have. So um, you put the link, the free link, and they've got to sign up to get the product. So you'll be able to see that through your sales system. The email provider, that gets kind of tricky, right? But you'll be able to see it in your sales system, right? Good question. Right? Yeah, yeah. Melody Wignall does that. Yep, yep. Melody's good. A good egg, right? I like Melody. Uh, can the vendor see the purchaser's email through my affiliate link? Can the vendor see the purchaser's email through my affiliate link? The vendor, well, see, the vendor's going to see, yeah, the vendor, I can tell which affiliates made sales. Now, and yes, I can tell which affiliate brought which sale. Now, it's a little work, right? But I know, so if I have people promoting for me, I know how many sales they're buying. And if I want to look at the detail, I can find out which affiliate brought which customer. I can see that in Warrior Plus. Now, it's not easy. I mean, it's not necessarily like straightforward, but yes, Warrior Plus makes it available so that I can look at Warrior Plus. I can see who bought what and when they bought it, and I can see if they bought from an affiliate. Because I've had I've had people, um, and vendors do get email addresses in Warrior Plus from all buyers, right? Right, because sometimes you'll have, if you launch on Warrior Plus, sometimes people will buy from two affiliates, right? Because they want the bonus. And so sometimes I'll see that a person might buy something twice or three times because they want the bonuses associated with the affiliates. So, you know, Stranger things have happened. All right. Hey, good question. Any other questions? Melody Wigdahl. What did I say? Melody Wigdahl. I think I was repeating what Sharon said. Um, she has her sales pages on her site, and the buy button takes you to WordPress. It's further up in the Congress. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so um, Melody does her. I think her bonuses that way that I was talking about. Yeah, so I think she delivers her bonuses. Yeah, so basically, you're basically putting things on your site as opposed to just the bonus download. And what you're doing is you're trying to because see, look, here's another reason why you want to put your bonuses on your download site, not just to collect the names and email addresses, but and I think I talked about this. I will talk about this in Expertise Monetization Playbook. Another reason why you want to another reason why you want to to put your bonuses on a download page is because you should have other products on your download page. So in other words, you make sure that you make sure that when the person clicks through, they um, uh, they also see your other offers, right? So yes, you want them to sign up through your sales system, but what you also want to do is you also want them to see your other offers. So that's another reason why you'd want to have those bonuses on your site. All right. Okay. Any other questions? All right. Any other questions? Gail, it's 7:55. And for those of you who sent well wishes and prayers, thank you. Laurel will be on her way back. Her surgery was a success, and so God willing, she'll be back in a few weeks. And um, but carpal tunnel is not an easy surgery. So she's still trying to get her hands back. So we're kind of waiting. Yeah, and Gail brings up a good point. When you put them on your site, you can pixel them and retarget them. Gail with that infusion soft level of detail in there. Well, what Gail was saying was that when you bring somebody on your site, you can actually make sure that they get targeted and pixeled so that you can retarget them elsewhere on the web, right? Once and so that person got your bonus if you retarget them because you got a pixel. They get pixeled when they come to your thank you page. All right. Okay. Any other questions? Well, everybody, it's 7:57, and I'm 27 minutes past my time. And but it's good to hang out with y'all tonight. And uh, I'm going to be doing some recording tonight, and kind of getting ready for um, Video Academy Boss, which releases on Tuesday, right? 30 times. Well, no, I don't want to change it to 60 minutes. I really should be getting out of here in 30 minutes. I always say, I say, I, I say, I tell people I'll get you out of here in 30 minutes. That is really my intent. Uh, all right. Okay, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate y'all being here and hope that this has been helpful for you. Have a great weekend, a great night, and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.